स्ट्रीमिंग शुरू हो गई है। हाँ वो स्ट्रीमिंग ना, हाँ हम स्ट्रीमिंग शुरू कर दी है। आगे चलो तो शेयर करो एंड देन फिर हम लोग करते हैं।
Good evening, children. In the last class, we have started the variation in the periodic properties, right? So, today we are going to start with we have discussed in the last class variation in the valence electron across a period, down a group, and then we have discussed about the valency, right, across a group, across a period and down a group. Then third property we have discussed about the atomic radius. So atomic radius decreases, and we have discussed about the what are the main factors which are responsible for decreasing the size of atom when you move across a period, right? And why atomic size increases when you move from top to bottom. So we have discussed about the two factor. One is the number of shell, and another reason was nuclear charge. Now today we are going to start with the fourth periodic properties, that is metallic character. And metallic character is also known as electropositive character. Please let me know what kind of elements will show the metallic character. As we know that metal loses electron and they form positive ions. Since they are losing electron and forming positive ions, that's why they are electropositive in nature. So all metals are electropositive in nature and all non-metals are electronegative in nature, and they will show non-metallic character. Now the metallic character, what is metallic character? I told you whenever you see any metal, you will see that there will be either one valence electron or two or three valence electron. So what is the problem with 1, 2, 3 valence electron? The problem is there are not 8 electron. If any metal wants to become stable, they have to have 8 electron in the valence shell. So what kind of the element are known as stable elements? Noble gases. And why noble gases? Because they have 8 valence electron in the valence shell. Let's take one example with the sodium. Now sodium is what? Sodium atomic number is 11, 281, and magnesium is 12, 282, and aluminium is 13, so 283. The problem with sodium, magnesium and aluminium is they don't have 8 valence electron, right? So with the sodium there is one axis electron, and with magnesium 2 axis electron is there. In case of aluminium there are 3 axis electron. So how we can solve this problem? In case of metal they can lose 1 electron if they have 1 valence electron. For example, in case of sodium it can loses 1 electron, and then what will happen after losing? There will be 2-8 electronic configuration. 2-8 means stable. I told you noble gases are stable. Why? Because they have 8 valence electron. So likewise, in case of magnesium, how many electron are excess? They will lose 2 electron and they'll also become stable. The magnesium atom can also become stable after losing 2 electron. So Mg2 plus ion will be formed. Since after losing electron they are forming positive ion, that's why I told you metals are electropositive in nature. In case of aluminium there is a 13 atomic number. So in this case what is going to happen? 283. Now but the metal required 8 electron in the valence shell, but there are 3 axes. So in this case, it is going to lose 3 electron, and the new electronic configuration will become 2, 8. Okay, so after losing 1 electron, it is going to form Na plus in case of sodium. After losing 2 electron in case of magnesium, it is going to form Mg2 plus. In case of aluminium, after losing 3 electron, they will form aluminium 3 plus. But losing of electron is not easy. There are some factors which can affect. For losing electron from the outermost shell, they require some kind of energy. So that energy is known as ionization energy. So what is ionization energy? Ionization energy is amount of energy which is required to remove one electron from the outermost shell. Right? Second case, if you find one valence electron, that is so very easy to lose one electron. But in case of magnesium, you require more than double. Why? Because energy which is required to lose first electron, because in case of magnesium there are 2 valence electron, right? So in that case, what is going to happen? It will loses first electron, then it will become 281, but it cannot become stable, so it needs to lose one more electron. So it required to first ionization energy, then second ionization energy. But it will be difficult for aluminium, because aluminium is having 3 valence electron. So it require energy for the first electron also, then second also, then third also. So you will see that if the number of valence electron are increasing, so what is going to happen? They require more ionization potential. They require more energy to lose. So that's why when you move from left to right across a period, since atomic number is increasing, valence electrons are increasing, so it will be very difficult to lose electron, and then as a result metallic character decreases. Understood? Metallic character decreases. So what is metallic character? Ability to lose electron and form positive ions, right? Now in this case I have discussed the 3 examples, like sodium, atomic number is 11 and electronic configuration is 281. So it is going to lose 1 electron and it will form Na plus. It will form Na plus. In case of magnesium, it is going to lose, so it is going to form, it is going to lose 2 electron, it is going to form Mg2 plus. In case of aluminium, it is going to lose 3 electron, it is going to form 3 plus. But as soon as when you see number of valence electron increasing, it will be very difficult. It will be very difficult to lose electron.
Shingarika Anushka say good evening, man.
Good evening.
Was it right?
Okay, so today we are going to discuss the trend of metallic character. We have understood the meaning of metallic character. What is metallic character? Metallic character means ability to lose electron and form positive ion. I told you if more valence electron will be there, the metallic character decreases. And when you move from left to right across a period, since atomic number is increasing, so what will happen? Number of valence electron increasing, so it will be very difficult to lose electron because of the more demand of ionization potential. Ionization potential energy increases, so as a result what will happen? That they will not get more energy to lose electron, so in that case metallic character decreases. Now what will happen when we move down a group? Since when you move from down a group, what is going to happen? You will see that there are 2 factors which can affect the metallic character, right? Now first, the greater the atomic size, the farther the outermost shell and can remove electron from the outermost shell. So in this case, when it increases down a group, metallic character increases down a group. Why metallic character increases down a group? Because atomic size will also increase. In the last class we have discussed why atomic size increases, because number of shells are increasing. Since number of shells are increasing, the distance from the nucleus to the outermost shell also increases. As a result, what will happen? Nucleus, now atomic size will have greater effect than the nuclear charge now. So what is going to happen? The electron which is present in the outermost shell can readily lose. So in that case, if atomic size increases, right? So greater the atomic size, the farther the outermost shell, and electron can be removed easily, right? Then the second factor is nuclear charge, right? The greater the nuclear charge and greater the nuclear pull, difficult to remove electron. So there are two factors which can affect the metallic character. So atomic size, and the second is nuclear charge. In the last class we have discussed about what is nuclear charge, then how many number of protons are present in the nucleus, that will be equal to its nuclear charge. For example, in the sodium it is very easy to lose one electron because its nuclear charge is less, right? So greater the nuclear charge, greater the nuclear pull, and difficult to remove electron, right? Then when you move to the magnesium, again two electrons are there, so what will happen? The nuclear charge will increase, the nuclear pull will increase, and it will be difficult to remove electron from the outermost shell. So it requires more energy to remove one electron. So that's why demand of IP will increase. So ionization potential will increase. So that's why it will be very difficult to. And in case of aluminium, and go to the aluminium, again there are 3 valence electrons. Since valence electrons are increasing, so what is going to happen? It requires more IP, right? And again, why it requires more IP? Because when nuclear charge increases, it result into the nuclear pull. The greater the nuclear pull, it will be very difficult to remove electron from the outermost shell, and that's why they require more energy to remove electron. So I hope you have understood how metallic character can be affected by two factors. One is atomic size, another is nuclear charge. Greater the atomic size, what will happen? The farther the outermost shell, and the nuclear charge will not be no more effective, because greater the atomic size, what will happen? The outermost shell will go very far from here, the electron can be easily loose. So nucleus cannot hold outermost shell electron, so it can be easily loose, and that's why the IP requirement will be less. That's why when you move from top to bottom, ionization potential requirement decreases. Why? Because why we require IP? In order to remove electron. When it is easy, so we require less energy. So we have understood two factors about this. Now the second is why it decreases across a period. Right? I told you when you move from down a group, it increases. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. You can see there is what trend you can see? It is in the increasing order. What is the order? Increases. Right? So it is increases. So why it is increasing? Because number of shells are increasing. Due to what will happen? Atomic size will increase, and due to what will happen? The nuclear charge will not be no more effective, because the distance from the nucleus is increasing. So the electron which is present in the outermost shell can easily lose electron. And there is another factor also. Lesser the valence electron, easily it can form positive ion. Right? It means the group number 1 elements are also known as alkali metal groups. Group number 1 are also known as alkali metal group. They have only one valence electron, so they can easily lose electron. Right? They don't require that much energy. But when you go to the group number 2, it will be difficult for them. But when you go to the group number 13, where aluminium is present, they will it will be more difficult for them to lose electron. So we have understood about the metallic character. What are the two main factors? Now the greater the atomic size, what will happen? Greater the atomic size, the farther the outermost shell, and they can easily lose electron from the outermost shell. Lesser the atomic size, so this will result into the greater nuclear charge, and it will be very difficult to lose electron from the outermost shell. And that's why lithium has a smallest size, but the francium has a largest size. So which element has a large atomic size? The francium. So francium can lose electron more easily because nucleus is very far from the outermost shell. Understood? Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Now the next is, we are going to start with the non-metallic character. Now the non-metallic character is also known as electronegative character, right? What is non-metallic character? I will give you one example, right? For example, let's see the second period element. What are the second period element? The period always starts with the one valence electron, we have discussed in the last class. So lithium, the next is now the lithium will be the first element of the second period. Why lithium will be the first element? Because two shells. Two shell means that they should belong to the second period. So lithium atomic number is 3. So 2 1. In case of beryllium, the atomic number is 4. The electronic configuration will become 2 2. In case of boron, since atomic number is 5, the electronic configuration will become 2 3. In case of carbon, atomic number 6, the electronic configuration will become 2 4. Right? And then it will be nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Right? So atomic number 7, so 2 5. Right? Atomic number 8, so 2 6. Atomic number 9, so 2 7. So what trend we are seeing? I told you, when you move across a period, non-metallic character increases. Why non-metallic character increases? I told you, they will find difficult to lose electron. Why? Because since the atomic number is increasing, so valence electrons are also increasing. Now since valence electrons are increasing, so what is going to happen? Up the nuclear charge is also increasing. So nuclear charge is increasing. The outermost shell will experience a nuclear pull towards the center, and as a result atomic size decreases. I told you atomic size decreases, it will favor more of what? Non-metallic character. It will not favor metallic character, because the farther the greater the atomic size, the farther the outermost shell, they can easily lose electron from the outermost shell. But the lesser the atomic size, then more will be what? Nuclear charge, and they will find difficulty to lose electron. But it favors non-metallic character. Why? Because when you move from left to right, atomic number is increasing. So as a result, what will happen? The outermost shell electrons are also increasing. Since nuclear charge is increasing, so they will start pulling the outermost shell toward the center. As a result, atomic size decreases. So, and then they will start gaining electron. They can easily attract the electron. So that's why non-metallic character increases when you move from left to right across a period, because tendency to gain electron increases, but tendency to lose electron decreases. Tendency to gain electron increases and tendency to lose decreases. Right? Again, there is a two factor which can affect the non-metallic character. I told you, atomic size. Now it's just opposite. The lesser the atomic size, what will happen? Lesser the atomic size. Again, I told you there are two factors which can affect this. One is what? There are two factors which can affect non-metallic character. One is the atomic size, another is nuclear charge. If you want to increase non-metallic character, there should be more nuclear charge and smallest atomic size should be there. And we have understood when you move from left to right, the atomics, now this will be the biggest atom and this will be the smallest atom. So when you move from left to right, atomic size decreases. Why atomic size decreases? Because of the nuclear charge increases and it will start pulling the outermost shell toward the center. So what will happen? A tendency to lose electron decreases and tendency to gain electron increases. As a result, non-metallic character increases. So lesser the atomic size, more it can easily gain electron, right? Greater the nuclear charge, they can easily attract electron from the outermost shell, right? So it is very easy to decide whether it's a non-metallic or metallic. If you find 1, 2, 3 valence electron, it's metallic in nature. If you find 4, 5, 6, 7 electron, non-metallic. And we know that when left to right, since valence electron increasing, so non-metallic character will also increase. Oh, I hope it is clear to you. Now we are going to discuss few more properties. If you have any doubt, you can write down in the chat box. Okay, now next is what we are going to discuss is chemical reactivity.
Someone wants you to explain nuclear charge again.
Nuclear charge you want to understand? Now see, I am writing once again in order to understand. Now how modern periodic table is based? Modern periodic table is based on increasing number of their atomic number, increasing order of their atomic number. So sodium, magnesium, aluminium. Now what is atomic number means? First of all, before this you should understand what is atomic number mean. Atomic number means number of protons. What is the meaning of atomic number? Atomic number means number of protons, right? Now you know in the nucleus contain proton and neutron, right? Protons are having positive charge and neutrons are having negative charge, right? Right. So when you move from left to right, I am giving you example of the third period, how nuclear charge will increase, right? The sodium atomic number is 1. I told you modern periodic table is based on increasing order of their atomic number. So that's why the atomic number will increase. If atomic number will increase, so number of protons will also increase. So 11 atomic number, it means 11 protons will be there. 12 atomic number means 12 protons will be there. 13 protons will be there. Then silicon, 14 protons will be there. Right. Then phosphorus, 15 protons will be there. Right. For sulfur, 16 protons will be there. Now when you see the nucleus of any atom, right, the nucleus has protons and neutron does not have any charge. So overall the charge over the nucleus will be positive. What will be the charge, overall charge on the nucleus of any atom? That will be positive, right? Now you can see neutron does not have any charge. It means when you move from left to right, what is increasing? The positive charge only increase. Neutron don't have any charge, and that's why we can say when you move from left to right, nuclear charge increases. Nuclear charge increases. Understood? So when you move from left to right, nuclear charge increases. I hope you have understood the meaning of nuclear charge. Nuclear charge, I told you, atomic number is equal to number of protons. Here, number of protons. And why it is known as, why I am forcing that you should know number of proton, because protons and neutrons are there in the nucleus and neutron does not have any charge. Then what will be the overall charge on the nucleus? That will be positive, right? And it means when atomic number will increase, so nuclear charge will be increased. Clear to everyone? Can we go to the next topic? You can write in the chat box if you have any doubt. Doubt is clear? Doubt is clear, beta? Okay. Now I am going to start the next topic, that is ionization potential. Yes. Yes, I have explained, beta, nuclear charge. Now next term what we are going to discuss about the ionization potential, or you can see ionization energy. Right. Now what is ionization energy? Ionization energy means ability to lose electron. What is the meaning of ionization energy? The amount of energy which is required to lose electron from the outermost shell, that will be equal to ionization energy. And now for example, sodium require less ionization energy. Why? Because it has to lose only one valence electron, so there will be only first ionization energy. But in case of magnesium means 2A2, it required to lose 2 electron. It means whatever energy is required by sodium, it will be greater in case of magnesium, because there are 2 valence electrons. So magnesium require more energy in case of sodium. And when you see aluminium, atomic number 13, 283. Now ionization enthalpy increases as you move from left to right. Why? Because since valence electrons are increasing, so you know that if valence electron increase, they require more energy to lose electron. Now which metal can be treated as a most metallic metal, which has only one valence electron? Why? Because what is metallic character? Just now we have discussed, metallic character means the ability to lose electron and form positive ion. So which out of these three metals, which metal can easily make positive ion? Which metal can make? Obviously sodium, because sodium has only one valence electron, so it requires less IP. What is ionization potential? Amount of energy which is required to remove electron from the outermost shell. Clear? In case of magnesium, now since there are 2 valence electron, and after losing 2 electron, it will become charged species and electronic configuration will become 2,8. Right? Now in case of aluminium, after losing 3 electron, the electronic configuration will become. In case of sodium, after losing 1, it will have 1 charge. But which element will can easily lose electron? Just now we have discussed, lesser the valence electron, it can more readily lose electron. And why? Because it requires less energy. So less energy is required, it can easily make positive ions. So what is ionization energy? We have understood, amount of energy which is required to remove electron from the outermost shell. In which case you will find more ionization energy. If there are more valence electron, they require more. Right? So in that way we can say, when you move from left to right, since valence electrons are increasing, they will find difficulty to lose electron. And that's why they will find difficulty to lose electron, because IP requirement will increase. But every atom has a fixed amount of IP. Right? They cannot lose more than 3 electron from their outermost shell, because more IP is required. So due to the energy consideration, they cannot lose more than 3 valence electron. And that's why when you move from left to right, metallic character decreases, but non-metallic character increases. Right? Understood? I hope it is clear. Okay. So how much time is there?
We're 10 minutes more. 7 minutes more.
We have 7 minutes more, so we'll discuss one more property with this. Now what trend we will see in the modern periodic table? So let's discuss the trend of IP in the modern periodic table. Now in case of IP, which 2 factors affect the IP? First, the atomic size. I told you, greater the atomic size, less IP will be required. Sorry. And second is nuclear charge. There are two factors. Again, in case of IP also, two factors can affect. Now, greater the atomic size, less IP will be required. And that's why when you move from top to bottom, for example, I am writing the first group element, alkali metal group. Now, when you move from top to bottom, every time one shell will be added up, right? As a result, what will happen? Atomic size will increase. The distance from the outermost shell also increase. Distance of the, from if we take the distance from the nucleus to the outermost shell, that will increase. So what will happen? They require less amount of energy. Nuclear charge will be less. In that case, what will happen? Nuclear charge will be less, and due to that, it can easily lose electron. So greater the atomic size, right? So what will happen? Nuclear charge will not be more effective. So it can easily lose electron from the outermost shell. You have understood? And that's why when you move from top to bottom across a group, since atomic size is increasing, so IP requirement will be less, right? But when you move left to right across a period, IP requirement will increases. Why? When you move from left to right, since valence electrons are increasing, so IP requirement will also increase. As a result, what will happen? Metallic character decreases, but non-metallic character increases. Clear? If you have any doubt, you can write down in the chat box if IP is understood nicely. Now next what we are going to discuss is electron affinity. Electron affinity. For example, if you find, I told you in case of metal, which metal will be most metallic? The metal which have a less valence electron, right? Now in case of non-metal, which metal will be more non-metallic? So in case of what? When you find more valence electron, it will be more metallic, more non-metallic, right? So it means we can say when you move from left to right, since valence electrons are increasing, so nuclear charge will be more effective. Nuclear charge is also increasing. As a result, tendency to gain electron increasing. So when any non-metal gains electron, it releases some kind of energy, and that energy is known as electron affinity. So what is electron affinity? Amount of energy which will be released when a non-metallic atom accepts one electron, right? When any non-metallic atom accepts electron, it releases some kind of energy. That energy is known as electron affinity. Now I told you which can easily accept electron. Now greater the valence electron, it can easily gain electron. So what will happen when you move from left to right? Let's write some example. Now again I am writing third period element. You will better understand with this example. Now you will see, since valence electron are increasing, so it can easily lose. It can easily gain electron. Now you will observe one thing, since valence electrons are increasing, so as a result what will happen? Nuclear charge will also increasing, atomic number increasing, nuclear charge is increasing, and valence electrons are also increasing. So they will experience more nuclear pull toward the center, and then tendency to gain electron increasing. As a result, they will start releasing energy. What is that energy? After accepting electron, they release some kind of energy. That energy is known as electron affinity. So when you move from left to right, electron affinity increases. So why? Because non-metallic character increases. Understood? Why? Because non-metallic character increases. Okay. Now the next is, now how electron affinity affects when you move from top to bottom across a, now it will be when atomic size increases, so nuclear charge will be less effective. When atomic size increases, nuclear charge will be less effective, and that's why I am writing group number 17. You will better understand with the example. Group number 17 means fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Right? Now what will happen when you move from top to bottom? Everybody knowing that atomic size will increase because the number of shells are adding up. Right? So when you move from top to bottom, number of shells are adding up. So as a result, what will happen? Atomic size increases. Then in that case, nuclear charge will be no more effective. So tendency to gain electron decreases, right? So electron affinity decreases. Electron affinity decreases. So down a group, electron affinity decreases. But when you move across a period, electron affinity increases. Understood? So electron affinity increases across a period. When you move from top to bottom, electron affinity decreases. So non-metallic character also decreases when you move from top to bottom. Why? Because atomic size increasing, so nuclear charge will be no more effective because the nucleus will be little bit far from the outermost shells. It will be very difficult to gain electron. So when there is no gaining of electrons, so no release of energy. So that's why non-metallic character decreases. So they will not be able to form negative ion when you move from top to bottom. So what type of element? Non-metallic element which can easily form, which are present in the top. So if that's why we can say the fluorine is most non-metallic and astatine or iodine is least non-metallic. Understood? So in this case, this will be least non-metallic, but since atomic size, non-metallic character is increasing, so chlorine will be most, in this case, chlorine will be most non-metallic. Why? Because non-metallic character is increasing, so they can easily release energy, right? I told you electron affinity is increasing when you move from left to right across a period, so it non-metallic character increases. Clear to everyone? Okay, so I am ending my class here. We will discuss next periodic property in the next class. Thank you very much.